What does filmed for IMAX mean? It isn't just a movie that'll look great on IMAX's screens. It means that hiding from a sandstorm feels like fear in every flicker. And every triumph is felt in every sound wave. And the things we've only imagined, you can truly experience those too. That's what filmed for IMAX means. Get tickets to experience Dune Part 2 now and IMAX's exclusive expanded aspect ratio.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on something that I see frequently, and I see it at times in my comment sections. I see it at times with other people. This is stuff that I have talked on. I can't remember if I've ever done an episode about it, but excuse me. Anyways, no, what I wanted to talk on is being mad at somebody for not knowing something. You know, because the thing is this. A lot of us, if not all of us, there is something in this world that we don't know about, all right? Now, that could be from movies, that could be from music, that could be from video games, that can be from some random restaurant in the world to a sport to whatever. You know, there's something in this world that we don't know about, all right? Now, when people approach me and they're like, oh, I like, let's say for an example, if I'm streaming Helldivers 2 or a racing game like Forza or something, right? And they're all like, oh, I've never heard of this game. I'm like, really? You know, I thought because it was a big game. See, the thing is this though, I don't get mad about that type of stuff. Now, how I go about things, person comes up to me, or if they go into my stream and then they're like, oh, what game is this? I'm like, oh, this is Forza. It's a, really popular Xbox racing game and stuff. Really fun. If you get an Xbox Game Pass, get to play it at no extra cost. That's how I go about it. I tell them information about the game. They was like, oh, what could you overall tell me? You know, what do you do and things? It's like, oh, you just get you a car, go around. I mean, if you're playing motorsport, yeah, they don't really have to go around no map. You just gotta go through the menus, choose go through the career. You could do rivals, go online, and then with Horizon, you just kind of going around the map, and then they got like little random races that you can do and stuff. So yeah, it's just it's a pretty big racing game. It's like you got any more questions? I'm like, fam, because the thing is this, if I know about something and somebody comes up to me and they want to be, bro, I feel like I'm like, fam, this is a moment where I can teach somebody something. That's something that I'm like, I take pride in teaching people about things, whether it's video games, whether it's technology, whether it's sports, whatever the situation is, content creating. I'm like, fam, I take pride in that stuff. I love helping out people with stuff, so people come up to me, I'm like, hey, whatever questions you got about, it could be just in general. It could just be about life. And I'm like, whatever questions you got, come to me. I will do my best. Because it's like a challenge that I have. Like, even if they come to me about some stuff that I don't know about, fam, I'm sitting there doing research about that stuff so I can know about it. So I'm like, okay, for I guess the next time, I'll go base. Because my thing is this. I have to say, like, the times when people, and they'll come up to me and they'll, like, ask me questions about stuff. If I don't know the answers to it, because let's say somebody's like, oh, why is the sky blue during the day and then it's just pitch black at night and stuff, and that's something where I'm all like, I genuinely can't give you a straight answer, but I'm all like, hey man, the world is a wild place. I'm like, why is grass green? What if the colors that we're seeing isn't the colors that we're supposed to be seeing? It's like, I'm one of those people where it's like, if you ask me a question that's confusing, fam, I'm gonna be confused with you. I'm not gonna just let you be confused by yourself. So I'm saying I'm one of those people. I'm a people person, I guess, in a way. But there are people in this world where if, let's say, for an example, let's switch it to some movies. Let's say, I go up to somebody and I'm all like, oh, hey, what you got going on and stuff. They was like, oh, I'm about to go see the new Star Wars movie this weekend. I'm like, oh, cool, dope. They were like, oh, you gonna go see it? I'm like, fam, I haven't even seen the first one. I'm all like, I can't even begin to tell you what's going on in Star Wars. It's funny because I remember when I went to go see which Star, it just came on today too. I think it was The Force Awakens. I think it was that one that they came out with back in 2015, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Yeah. It was this, it was the ones when they start kind of coming out with this new series and things. But so anyways, I remember me and my dad, we went to go see this movie. And then when they showed Harrison Ford's character, Han Solo, he was all like, oh yeah, this is Han Solo. Like, he was explaining the movie to me and stuff. And he was all like, oh yeah, or no, I think that's what it was. I think it was at some point in time in the movie, he was like, oh yeah, I think Han Solo's supposed to be in here. You know who I thought he was talking about? What sport does this girl do again? Hold on for a second. Hope Solo. She is a soccer player. So Hope Solo is a former soccer goalkeeper. I thought he was talking about, oh, she's from Washington? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know she was from Washington. Hey, shout out to Hope Solo. But that's who I thought who he was talking about. I thought he was talking about a full-blown soccer player. Because I think at the time, like, there was all like Hope Solo was doing some stuff. And then there was like Han. I was like, fam, I don't know. My brain wasn't comprehending what's going on with these movies and stuff. This is my first time ever in life seeing anything Star Wars related. I think I've seen memes, I've seen some clips, I've seen some stuff of Star Wars, but this was my first time ever sitting down and fully watching a Star Wars movie. How am I supposed to know who's in these movies? How am I supposed to know what's going on? I don't know nothing about Star Wars, bro. I think for the longest I was calling lightsabers lifesavers. I was like, fam, I'm telling you, my brain was all off when it came to the Star Wars movies. But the thing is this though. So yeah, my dad, he's all like, oh yeah, I heard Han Solo's gonna be in here. I looked back at him, I was like, yeah, I think they said she was gonna be in here and stuff. I know my dad had to be confused. He was like, wait a minute, Han is a guy. What is he talking? Anyways, we just gonna go ahead and watch this movie and stuff. But so I watched the movie, and then I grown the likings to it. I was like, fam, I gotta watch all the other Star Wars movies. Still haven't watched all the other Star Wars movies, but I was like, hey, yo, I can see why people like these movies and stuff. But that's the thing, though. My dad, he didn't like disown me as a son because I didn't know of the Star Wars movies. I'm like, he's a fan of those movies. I don't know about those movies like that. It wasn't like we ever sat down and he was all like, oh, let me, show you all these different Star Wars movies and things. I'd still probably be confused, but I played Star Wars Battlefront, because they are going to come out with another Star Wars game. I might end up getting that. But anyways, they came out with Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. Then there's that space one. I'm trying to think. Then there's these like newer ones that they came out with where I'm all like, fam, I'm telling you right now, I've played like a handful of hours of, the Star Wars games. I've seen the Force Awakens, and what was the one after that? There's the Return of the Jedi. Hold on, sequels. The Last Jedi. Was it this one? The Rise of the Skywalker. That was the last one. And then the last... Okay, so then, then it was like, a couple of years later, then I saw The Last Jedi. Still haven't seen The Rise of the Skywalker, but I remember they came out with that epic trailer, and I was all like, oh, yeah, this one gonna most likely end up being good and things. But that's the thing, though, where it's like, you can approach somebody, right? Now, I'm gonna give you guys an example of a person that get mad because you don't know some stuff. So... I go up to a friend. They all like, oh, I'm gonna go see the Star Wars movie, and I'm all like, oh yeah, I haven't seen those movies. They kind of just give you that look of disgust, like, you haven't seen the Star Wars movies. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, how are you alive? How are you surviving? What's wrong with you? Like, no, you shouldn't even exist no more. Like, no, you seriously have issues for not watching the Star Wars movies. Then I'm looking at them like they're crazy because I'm like, do you realize that I got 24 hours in a day, right? I don't know how long I'm going to be alive. I can't give you a legitimate answer, but I would like to hope and think I'm going to live all the way up until I am an old elderly man going around with a cane, walker, wheelchair, something. But I would like to hope and think that I make it that far. But my thing is this, 24 hours in a day. Good majority, well, not good majority, but a portion of that day, I'm unconscious in a bed, asleep at night, right? But my thing is this, there are all of these things that have been introduced to me throughout life, from making music, to playing video games, from watching TV shows, from watching movies, outside of Star Wars and stuff. I'm trying to think, eating, working. I'm saying, there's all these things that I got going on in the day. How am I supposed to have time to watch the Star Wars movies? You know, like that's something where it's like you got to reason with people, because if my thing is this, if I'm a big fat fan, maybe not fat, but if I'm a big fan of the Star Wars movies and somebody comes up to me and they was like, can you explain the Star Wars movies to me? I'm like, fam, sit down, because it is going to be a long. Oh, and then I went on the Star Tours ride in Disneyland, I guess, if that counts too. So I got some Star Wars experience, but not a whole lot. Like, I can't tell you about movies, TV shows, and all them other stuff, but yeah, I can tell you some things. You know, Han Solo is a guy. He has a son. Then there's this big giant furry thing that, you know, it don't speak English, but people understand it. There's Yoda. I don't know what happened to him, but I'm probably gonna have to watch the movie. Samuel L. Jackson, he was a Star Wars character at one point in time. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. Wasn't the kid from The Sixth Sense? Wasn't he in one of the either one or a few of the Star Wars movies? No, let me look that up real quick. The Sixth Sense. Hold on for a second. I'm positive that kid was in one of the Star Wars movies starring Bruce Willis, Tony Cook. That's not who. Oh no, I know of her. But that's not who I'm looking for. That was the mom. No, I don't know her either. She looked familiar though. What about? Okay, no, this is him. This is him. Okay, let me see real quick. He was Forrest Gump Jr. Dang, I gotta watch that movie. Dang, that kid, he was on the run when it came to them. He wasn't in the Star Wars movie Secondhand Lion. He was the kid, bruh. That kid, he's like on some chameleon stuff. I thought he was in the Star Wars movie, Beauty and the Beast. Fam, what kid was in the Star Wars? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not good when it comes to these movies and stuff. I could have sworn he was in the Star Wars movies. Maybe a TV show. He was in something Star Wars related. Nah, don't do this to me. Don't make it seem like that. He was not in, he was, who is this? Oh, he was Sora in the Kingdom Hearts. Bro, that kid got money. He did some stuff. I could have sworn he was in the Star. What kid was, hold on for a second. What kid was in the Star Wars movie? Was it him? Okay, no, wait a second. I think I got this kid. I got the kid confused. Okay, yeah, completely different guy. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm over here getting different actors wrong and confused with one another and stuff. I'm telling you, man, it's like I'm really not good when it comes to them Star Wars movies. But see, the thing is this though, there's gonna be people laughing about it, right? And then there's gonna be people are like, hey, don't even trip. I could see how you can make that mistake. I love when people say things like that. That's something that I would say. I'm like, I see how you can make that mistake. But anyways, then there's gonna be them people all like, are you crazy? Like, what's wrong with you? Are you slow? Like, how do you not know that? How do you not? Because if I don't watch those movies, how am I supposed to know that? You didn't know of them characters until you very first sat down and watched those movies. In the movies, the crazy thing about it is that it'll be somebody around the same age as me, and then they gonna get mad about it. And I'm like, fam, you wasn't even alive for the first one. We was literally figments of people's imaginations when that first movie came out, okay? We was not even existing, okay? We were still in the reproduction system stage. So I'm saying, I'm like, fam, you can't get mad at me about some stuff that you was even there for in the first place. Yeah, that's on some stuff where I'm like, nah, man, you got some stuff going on. There's seriously something wrong with you. But anyways, that's something where I'm like, because I know people will probably come up to me and be like, well, imagine if somebody came up to you and they got your favorite thing in this whole wide world wrong. I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm not going to lose no sleep over that. I'm not going to wake up in the middle of the night talk about how dare you not know about. I don't even care about that type. The funny thing is that somebody can come up to me, right? And I could tell them, oh yeah, like, go get Forza Motorsport, get you an Xbox, have some fun. You know, this is going to be really good playing those games and things. You're going to have the most amount of fun ever, right? Next thing you know, let's say the next time I see them, they're like, oh yeah, Gran Turismo is really good. Thank you for recommending that. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I'm like, I didn't recommend Gran Turismo. They was like, wasn't that the game that you... I was like, fam, I said get Forza Motorsport and the Xbox. How did you get Gran Turismo and a PlayStation? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, did I say Gran Turismo? I'm like, bro, I could have sworn I said Forza. I'm like, nah, what's them commercials where they all like, nah, I gotta throw a red flag. I gotta see a replay on this. But yeah, if I say Xbox, I'm like, hey, bro, Don't even, as long as you like the game, don't even trip about it. I ain't even gonna hold you against that, but it's like, that's just something I'm all like, dang, bruh. I'm like, that's something where I definitely would question myself and be all like, maybe I did say Gran Turismo, but if I know I said Forza, I'm like, nah, bro, I said Forza. But I mean, Gran Turismo, it's the same thing. You actually playing a little bit more of a challenge. I'm like, did you get through there? It was like, oh yeah, I played and beat that game. I'm like, oh, so you good. When you play Forza, it's gonna be a walk in the park then, because that game is a lot easier. I was trying to recommend something easy, but no. But the thing is this though, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna lose any sleep. I'll probably crack jokes, have fun with the situation, but I'm like, I'm not going. That's somewhere it's just, I think people need to understand that everybody doesn't know everything, okay? We know of some things, and that's as far as we're going to get in life. So I would like to hope and think that people understand that, but if not, talking to those that are going to fall victim of people getting mad about that type of stuff. Yeah, stop being friends with those type of people. I guess my best advice that I can give out to you, stop being friends with people that are going to get mad at you for not knowing of some things. Because I'm like, fam, all right, so yeah, I guess I just, within the next few minutes, I just got to watch every Star Wars movie, play every video game, and see every TV show, and understand what that stuff is. I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't even got to do all that. You watch that stuff on your time when you feel like it, and then you get back to that person. But yeah, it's like somebody come up to me and they want me to explain wrestling to them. I'm like, cool, dope, let's talk about wrestling. I'm like, all right, what you want to watch? TNA, AEW, WWE? I'm like, okay, you want to watch WWE? All right, cool. So that man right there, that's Triple H. He's kind of the head honcho. He runs all this stuff. That guy right there, that's Roman Reigns. You only gonna see him on the weekends during the pay-per-views wrestling, but not during the weekend stuff. He at one point in time was wrestling during the week, but he got a little bit bigger when it came to fame, and then, he only started wrestling on the weekends. That man right there, that's John Cena. You're going to literally see, you're going to see that man everywhere, but at the same time not see him, okay? So trust me, you'll understand once you watch a little bit more of John Cena and stuff. That man right there, that's Randy Orton. Don't even cross him, okay? That's that employee that you just do not cross, okay? That man will hit you with an RKO and you wouldn't even be expecting it. That guy right there, that's Jeff Hardy. That man will literally jump off of the Empire State Building, slam through 100 tables. Freaking, if you know what they should do, they should make a Jeff Hardy video game where that man's just going around doing some of the most craziest stunts to people. Like it's a wrestling themed game, but he's just going around doing some of the most craziest wrestling moves to people. Like he's snowboarding down the hill, clotheslining a bunch of people. He gotta do like a bunch of flips when he's doing the Swanton Bomb from the Empire State. Bro, I might just came up with probably one of the best wrestling games of all time, a Jeff Hardy themed wrestling game where it's like, yeah, it's like the Hardy I don't know what it would be called, but I'm saying, but yeah, Jeff Hardy, I'm like, be careful of that man. He's another one where it's all like, if you are walking underneath something and it's a high place where you can jump off of it, best believe Jeff Hardy gonna slam on you and stuff. I don't mind explaining stuff to people. I might get it wrong, I might get it right, because I'm still learning myself. All right, so but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe if viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe viewing this on podcast streaming service. Thank you guys and peace.